Hello, everybody. Rambo here. Sorry about that. Not getting on yesterday. It's been, well, I'm a grandpa, so had a lot of things going on. Um, but let's get right back into it here. Civil, well, I had a APT up. I'll do that real quick. APT still going down. We broke the -1 deviation. We're on our way back up. Here looks like on again, off again. But still, you guys, until it breaks this downward downward resistance trend line, they're still in the woods. So that's all I got to say about that. SYBIL, wow, 43%. Everyone, now we're not going to the moon. All right. Yeah, great day. Absolutely. I made some money back. I'm up right here. Again, long story. You guys don't be prideful. Just I did. I bought in thinking there was a wedge here and it's going to go up. I was busy trying to look at getting into something else. I didn't put my stop loss in because, I'm not going to forget to put a stop loss in. I'm Rambo. I'll just do that after I look at this. Next thing I know, I get all excited about this, and then I got into something else, which again, you should always remember to stay focused. 3 or 4 stocks a day, guys. That's really what you should be doing, especially if you're new. If you're new, 1 or 2 stocks. That's it. Well, I ran off on rabbit trails, forgot to set my stop loss. I come back at the end of the day and boom, I was down. So uh, that's just the way it is. Now, lucky, I was lucky enough. I only put a date night in, so I'm not on any ledge or anything. But getting back to this now, yep, great day. But guess what? Still on a downtrend. We have to break this downward resistance trend line. This is going to be, the OTCs lately, they've been really getting hammered. This is going to be like a broken record, but until we break those downward trend lines, we're not out of the woods yet. But hey, I'll take good news, right? We went from the -1 deviation. Now we broke the zero point 0.5 deviation. So hopefully we'll get back up to the average price. And those of you who, got in down here, I think I said 187, didn't I, or something like that? And look at that, huh? Not that bad of a reverse. I thought it would be either here. If we didn't hold here, we'd come down, to these levels. But good for SYBIL. I'm glad. Hopefully now we'll just continue upward, and that'd be good news for SYBIL. Next on the line is FERN. Same story. FERN breaking away from the downward trend line. Really good day today. It was up 33%, but we're long from getting out of the woods on this downtrend here. So remember, guys, this went all the way to the third deviation, and we're only at the -1 deviation here. But now we had this big bounce. That would be great if it just continued onward. That'd be really good news for FERN. But we'll take a look and see what happens the rest of this week. That it should tell us what maybe what kind of condition that FERN is in after this week to see how close we are to this downward trend line. ILIS, with all the craziness that's been going on, ILIS has hung tough. It's only down 1.6% today. That's a really good sign of strength. It did have a red day today, but I mean, not that bad. I did extend the pitchfork out to include these last few final days here, and we're moving away from the bottom of the pitchfork. That's a great sign. We did finish just on the downward trend line, so we'll wait and see what happens with ILIS tomorrow. If we have a red day, most likely we'll come back down and test that bottom of the pitchfork and see what's going on there. Okay, I already did SYBIL, so whatever. Um, oh yeah, here we are. I was looking at my wrong watch list. Sorry, I'm just an old man. And with that said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an old man upstairs in a dark room looking at three monitors. Take it for what it is. Um, LCLP, life clips, just very, very slow. Now, this is what I like to see. Now, if you're in it, you don't you don't like to see this, but fast up, fast down, fast up, fast down, and now we're a nice 45-degree, smaller candles, just taking its time. And again, we want to see this downward wedge being broken here. Um, to maybe even start to have higher highs and higher lows to where we could get excited into LCLP again. Next, MJWL. MJ still on a down leg here. I mean, obviously overall we're still in uptrend, and here this is what I say, guys. It went all the way to the third deviation here, and now we're all the way down to the -1 deviation on MJ. We do have a butterfly pattern, not exactly the perfect pattern you want to see. It wanted that this dash line would have been the perfect pattern for it, but let's see if we do work our way down into this little box area. Is the reversal zone, possible reverse zone here. We did have a good day today. We were up, 7.9%. Again, just because there's a pattern here doesn't mean it's going to fill it. Okay, if this breaks loose like this will just repaint and disappear. Maybe we did bounce right off the -1 deviation here at, I don't know, the 0.0847 area, and we finished up at 0.092. So that could be a good sign. We're still down, we're still down underneath a trend line here. So I don't have it up here, but we're pretty much right on the line here. So we'll wait and see what happens with MJ here the next couple of days. Also, this is a telling week for a lot of these OTCs. MWWC, I haven't covered this for a while. Downward trend, but we did finish right at the resistance on the daily chart here, but also let's see if it broke it or not. Nope, just about now got up to the trend line here. So again, the next couple of days should tell for MWWC whether we might be able to break. If we break, guys, that doesn't mean you get in right away. All right, it can come up here. That's a little bit too big. It could come up right here, and then you get all excited, and then you get in, and then what you want to see is a higher high, which that would be, and then a higher low. You see it bounce off that higher low, then you get in. All right, that's where you want to get in right there. So just that kind of scenario is where you want to be buying in when you know the trend has changed. So so that's what I have for MWWC. Next we have, let's see here, Puge, if I can find it. There we go. Puge, just running away from the downward trend line. Yeah, we had a good day today, but little scary here. So looks like we did have a bounce at about the daily support line, but we got a long way to go to be breaking the downward this downward trend resistance line here. So not quite out of the woods with PUGE right now, but maybe right here we did set a low and we bounce up, and maybe we could start to look at that again. Next, SPQS, great day today, and look at this. It's like they know. Here's the downward resistance trend line. It finished right on it, and we're just now right at the average price again. So if you want an average price, for the stock, this would be a good time to get in. Personally, I think that we'll probably this one just looks like it's going to straddle. What I mean by that, here's the downward trend line here. I'm going to change the colors. But I think we'll come back down. We might do something like this, and then finally take off. Maybe like a Head and Shoulders. So what I just drew right there, reverse Head and Shoulders. But I could be wrong. We could have another green, or for me blue day, and then maybe a red day, and then it takes off, and you get in something right there. This is a support line right here. This is kind of no man's land. It gets in this area here in between two trends, and it usually consolidates, or does something like this or something like that. So we'll wait and see what happens with SPQS. With that said, guys, I hope you had a really good weekend. Hope you survived yesterday, and hopefully for the OTCs here, it should be pretty soon, guys. It should be pretty soon. Will be those OTCs will start to take off here a little bit. A lot of them been pushed down. I personally suspect that there a lot of the good ones are being pushed down. So a lot of the big wigs could get in at lower prices, and then have them take off for a nice Christmas present. A lot of people selling off for tax purposes. So a lot of those things are going on. But with that said, you guys have a really good night, and I hope to see you in Moon Market's Discord. Again, we just talk about stocks and call outs and how to read charts and how to what indicators, this and that. I'll put my indicators on the link below also. And with that said, guys, have a good night.